Connor the Great was a name that echoed through Rome, a symbol of ambition and brilliance. Born to a modest family, he rose through determination and strategy. By 35, he ascended the throne, uniting Rome with strength and compassion. His reign brought prosperity, but also the envy of the Senate and military elite. Connor's reforms, redistributing land and curbing Senate corruption, earned the people's love but threatened the wealthy. Fearing he aimed to dissolve the Senate, aristocrats plotted against him. Betrayal came swiftly. His trusted general Decimus led a coup, turning the legions against him. Dragged through the streets in chains, Connor was humiliated before his people and exiled, sold into slavery as a gladiator in Capua. Stripped of his title, he endured brutal training but remained unbroken. His first match was against Aurelius, a former emperor who had suffered the same fate. A seasoned warrior, Aurelius wielded a massive axe, his strikes swift and merciless. Connor barely dodged the relentless attacks, suffering a deep gash. The crowd roared, sensing his end. Summoning his resolve, Connor rolled away, seizing a discarded spear. He drove it into Aurelius's exposed side. The veteran staggered but lunged again. In a final move, Connor sidestepped and thrust the spear into Aurelius's chest, killing him. The arena erupted. His victory marked his rise. Battle after battle, Connor's legend grew. His victories fueled his desire to reclaim honor. Whispers of the undefeated gladiator unsettled Decimus, who arranged a final duel in the Grand Colosseum. The Colosseum was packed. Decimus entered in polished armor, blade gleaming. Connor, clad in gladiator garb, stepped forward as the crowd chanted his name. The fight was brutal. Decimus unleashed a flurry of attacks, driving Connor back. Their blades clashed, and Decimus landed a crushing blow to Connor's side, forcing him to his knees. The crowd gasped. Decimus sneered, raising his sword for the final strike. But Connor, with sheer determination, rolled away. Gritting his teeth, he countered with a precise strike, disarming Decimus. The crowd roared. Decimus grabbed a dagger, lunging in desperation, but Connor sidestepped and drove his blade through Decimus's chest. The Colosseum erupted. Connor, victorious, had his honor restored. The people demanded justice against the corrupt Senate. Though offered the throne, Connor declined. As he raised his hands in triumph, a figure in the crowd rushed forward. A dagger flashed, plunging into Connor's back. He staggered, blood soaking the sand, as gasps filled the arena. With his last strength, Connor turned, grabbing the assassin's wrist before another strike could land. With a final thrust, he drove his blade into the attacker's chest. The assassin gasped, collapsing. Connor stood, arms raised as the crowd chanted his name. A triumphant smile crossed his lips. Then his strength failed. His knees buckled, and he fell onto the blood-stained sand. As his vision darkened, he gazed at the Roman sky, exhaling his final breath. He had won his freedom at the cost of his life. The people wept, for their true emperor was gone. Yet his legend would live forever in their hearts.